So it's not because we love our jobs that we're remarkable. Okay, so I went out there looking for people who love their jobs because they're gonna be remarkable. They're the ones that are gonna be in my documentary, and I'm gonna go find them. I'm gonna go across the country, and I'm gonna find those people who love their jobs. And that was the wrong focus. The focus is, it's because we are remarkable that we love our jobs. Okay, and that's just a shift that we need to make. It doesn't matter what kind of job you do. You can be remarkable and you will make a difference. You all have remarkable stories too. Just remember them, share them, and think about who you had to be that remarkable for yourself. America, and I thought, whoa, that sounds amazing. So I decided to ride across the country. I'm riding, I see this guy coming along, and he's on one of these recumbent bikes where you sit down, your legs are straight out, and behind him are two huge buckets. Like, he brought everything, and he's carrying it the whole way. So he's riding, we stop, we share some information. He said, "Where are you going?" I wanted to say the grocery store. And I said, "Well, I'm riding across country." And he said, "Where's all your stuff?" Now, my RV driver, Justin, he went 15 miles ahead of me all the time. So he was always 15 miles ahead, and he waited for me to make sure everything was okay. One time I was caught in a tornado. He had to come back and get me. So he was always 15 miles ahead. I'm sure he was bored to tears, but that's the job. So I was hoping he found something he loved about it. Okay, so we stopped, and he said this. He said, "Where's your stuff?" And I said, "Well, did you see the RV 15 miles in advance or back there? That's Justin. He's got all my stuff." He's like, "Oh, you're the first cheater that I've met." Like someone punches you in the stomach, right? What do you, cheater? Oh my gosh. I didn't know I was doing it the wrong way. Yeah, right. He said recumbent riders are cheaters too. So I didn't know anyone who's riding across the country was a cheater. So I said to him, after I sucked my stomach back and okay, I said, "Oh, where are you going?" He said, "Oh, I'm just going to the next state. I just started in Missouri. I'm just going over there." "Oh, so you're not riding across country?" He goes, "No, just about 800 miles. I go, "Oh, I'm 2,000 into a 4,000-mile ride." I go, "Nice to meet you." And I left. I had to change that channel and mute him because we carry that stuff, don't we? We carry that. This was 6 years ago, and I'm still telling that story. Who is, at the time she was 12, she's 14 now, and I was on one of my bike rides. After I did the cross country, I did the East Coast and I did the West Coast, and when I was on my West Coast trip, I hadn't heard from her. And she finally called me and said, "Ann, I'm so sorry I haven't been in touch." Now, I should tell you that it was August, and she was not in camp, and she was not in school, and she didn't have a job. And she said to me, "I'm so sorry I haven't been in touch. I've been so busy." I'm like, "You're 12. What's so busy, right?" But she hears it from everybody. We're so busy. So the P in the GPS is the priority. If you're going to take something like, I don't know, your life on, you've got to prioritize it, right? So you come up with a goal that's really exciting and juicy, and you go, oh my gosh, I can't wait to learn from somebody else, and you prioritize it. But without the priority, we get caught up in other people's goals, right, and other people's stuff. And everyone who tells me they're so busy, I'm always amazed because they are the ones who are updating their Facebook pages, and they're watching every episode of Breaking Bad, and they're taking vacation and weekends. So time is something we make, it's not something we have, and it's all about priorities. Okay, so this is a picture of my husband, and my stepson was in second grade at the time, and they had Halloween. And so my husband's gonna be Batman, and my stepson's gonna be Robin. So my husband comes out of his office carrying a bag with the Batman costume in the bag. And I said, what are you doing? And he goes, well, I'm going to the Halloween costume party. I go, where's your costume? Well, it's in the bag. I go, well, that's not a very cool Batman. Well, Ann, I have to drive there. I go, and then what? Are you gonna go into the little boys' room and change? Like, what do you do when you get there? Well, I don't know. He always says, I'll see how it pans out. I'll see how it pans out. Okay. I go, I'll tell you how it's gonna pan out. You're gonna have the bag with the costume the entire time. I'm Batman, and you're gonna point to a bag. I go, that's a terrible experience, okay? For me, let alone your son. I go, put the costume on. Ann, I have to drive there. I go, so what? Put the costume on. He looks so thrilled, doesn't he? I go, put the costume on. You'll be fine. Okay, fine. He puts the costume on. All right, so he goes, drives like this. He gets out of the car, and parents are in the parking lot now as he gets out, and they're looking at him, and guess what they're doing? Judging, right? Because they didn't do that, so something must be wrong with him. So they're judging him. And he walks in, judgment, 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 judgment. He walks into this second grade classroom. His son is across the hall. This always brings tears to my eyes. And his son says, oh my God, my dad is Batman. You think that was worth the uncomfortable and judging and all that? What did he care? We still remember that to this day. Like, oh my gosh, you were Batman to your son. Like, who cares what people think?